Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Elizabeth, and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona on July 20th, 2020, and we are in a Cancer new moon. So I'm making a video for the element of fire and from the element of fire, and that's going to be good from July 20th through the 31st. That's going to be for Aries, Leo, and Sag. So when you watch this, we may actually be in Leo season. Woohoo! So welcome Leos, and welcome to your season, and happy early birthday, or happy birthday if you're watching this. Let's see. So fire. Let's talk about fire for a moment. Fire rules our ambitions, our desires, our passions, our beliefs, and the action that we take out into the world. Fire as an element is connected to spirit. It's a less dense energy and element than, let's say, water and earth. So fire and air sort of, kind of up there connected to spirit. Fire moves, it transforms, it purifies. It's just an amazing element. I am predominantly a fire sign. My chart is mostly fire, so I connect very easily to the element of fire because I consider myself to be fire. Anyway, so if you're someone who is a fire, sun, moon, rising, even Venus, Jupiter, if you have a north node placed in a fire sign, this would be appropriate for you. Also, if you are looking for inspiration around the aspects of life that fire supports, so that would be like your inspiration, your passion, the action that you're looking to take out into the world, then you could certainly watch this too, because this is going to be a message from fire as well as for fire. So we're going to do a tarot reading tonight as well as an oracle reading. We're going to combine the two. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please just send me a message. We can do a reading over video, so whether that's Skype or WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever works for you would be fine for me. And if you happen to find yourself in the Sedona area or anywhere in northern Arizona or even Phoenix, just let me know. We can book a person-to-person appointment. I'd be much obliged. You can follow me on Instagram, Elizabeth Light Tarot. Send me a message, I'll follow you back, and I would love to connect with you there. I'll be doing a lot of lives there, and I do post pretty often, so I would love to connect with you. Okay, so fire signs, where shall we start? Since we're in a Cancer new moon, and even if you're watching this afterwards, I figure we'll get a love message, and that's going to be from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck by Angela Hartfeld. So we'll start with a love message for my dear Aries, Leo, and Sag. And I hope that you guys are all doing well. Healthy and happy. And if you're not, that's okay too. Welcome. One more time. First message out for my dear Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Beautiful. Number 16, breaking down to a 7. 7 is such a highly spiritual number, and 7s can represent the spiritual challenges that we go through. So Aries, Leo, Sag, perhaps this has been a challenge for you to feel the love around you, to really, really feel it. Some kind of a lack around, feeling the love around you and needing to acknowledge that love is everywhere all the time, and simply acknowledging this as truth. And for my Saggies, being a sign that is like deeply optimistic and faithful, to your own truth here's the word truth coming in for you. And also going into Leo season, Leo, you know, ruling the heart chakra, Leo being the inner child, you know, that just wants to love. So that's really beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to a Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and we will get some additional messages for my dear fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for the element of fire and from the element of fire. Going into Leo season after a very emotional and highly charged Cancer season, right? This new moon is in Cancer, is opposing Saturn in Capricorn, so very emotional, maybe feeling a lot of restriction around this new moon, wanting to manifest, but not quite knowing how it's going to happen. Cancer, Capricorn representing the axis of the mother and the father. So, you know, just a lot of emotion. Maybe watch the water video as well. That was a really, really great reading. I'm just going to give this a little shuffle. What is the message for my dear fire signs? July 20th through July 31st. Message for fire and from fire, please. All right, I love this. Serendipity. We're going to get you one more since we had a jumper. So this whole love is all around you all the time. It totally like coincides with the serendipity, because serendipity is like being in the right place at the right time, but it's more than that. It's like things that are fated. It's the circumstances and the people and the situations that come to us like almost as a miracle. So when we are able to come into a knowing that everything around us is rooted in love, that there is love available to us all the time, then that's when the miracles can come in. And this serendipity, like I always think of this as like the 4-leaf clover, you know, the 4-leaf clover. So, you know, look out for that, fire sign. The element of fire wants us to know that, that there are going to be great fortunes coming. That's going to allow for a lot of growth and positivity. Milk and honey. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So 18 breaking down to a 9, that's like your wish fulfillment. That's a wish fulfillment. Yeah, milk and honey, there it is. Everything you want, everything, you know, this is the land of plenty. This is the land of blessings. This is where we have the things that we truly desire, our heart's desires. Very, you know, it is a fiery energy in that sense, because it is about like the wish fulfillment. It's like watery and fiery. It's our desires coming to fruition. And look at this elephant, you know, signifying like the good luck. And tonight for my readings, I did pull out Ganesh, because I really felt like collectively we really needed some assistance, some divine assistance with removing blockages, with clearing the way, with, you know, clearing the way for this to happen, for the fortune to come in, for that right place, right time, you know, leading us to this amazing land of milk and honey where we feel like, you know, our wishes are coming true, really. So yeah, okay, great. So let's move on to the tarot. I'm going to use the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann, and I do have some decks to clarify just in case we want to clarify some of the messages. For some of you, you really could be meeting someone new, like they're there. It could be someone that you know, and they're just waiting to come in. It's almost like you just have to be open to receive it. And you and this person really could come together. It feels like there really could be a relationship that wants to come in. For some of my fire signs, some romance coming in for you. Okay, we're gonna do 6 cards and just kind of take it from there. Luck is on your side, you guys. Luck is definitely on your side here. So much amazing energy wanting to come in, you know, and these cards, this Wisdom of the Oracle, you know, they're not all love and light in here. There's some challenging cards in both of these decks that we've used so far. Oh my, I really hate when my cards fall on the floor like that, but so we're not going to take these. Too many. Okay. What are the messages for my dear fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, July 20th through July 31st. Fire signs, and from the element of fire. Oh, they just really want to pop out tonight. Ace of Swords wanted to come out. Fire signs, you know, the other message I'm getting is that a lot of you are really flying high right now, that you have really stepped up, and that you are really living in abundance, and that you are a magnet to miracles and blessings. Strength, Leo season, card of Leo wanted to come out. Okay, just a couple more times. Messages for fire and from the element of fire. One more time. So we're going to do 6 cards. Justice coming out first. 5 of Cups. 4 of Swords. Knight of Voices. Knight of Swords. The Chariot, beautiful. And one of your cards, Knight of Inspiration. Wow. And at the bottom of the deck, 4 of Inspiration, 4 of Wands. Okay. You know, it's interesting. This is feeling similar to the water reading. And that's why I was saying, like, you should watch the water reading. I picked up on that immediately. There's a lot of movement after a time of pausing, healing, and lack. And I think that's why this love is all around, milk and honey, serendipity came out. The first card, you know, that's coming out is justice. And this is rebalancing, righting past wrongs. This is like where the light is just cracked out of the darkness. There was an imbalance for sure with the 5 of Emotions, 5 of Pentacles, loss and lack, and just this feeling of like, whether it was a loss in business or in love, you had to do some healing from it. Like, you really had to rest. And it's such a similar message to water. It's so interesting. But that the scales are being balanced. They really, really are, with the Justice card coming in. Number 11, connected to Metatron. I pulled out this Merkaba for you guys, Metatron's cube. Feeling Metatron's energy wanting to come through. And like I was saying, Ganesh with removing obstacles. So if any of you have been having a sort of legal battle that's happening, it's going to come to a resolution. It is going to come to a resolution there, and it's going to happen really fast. So you're going to be moving into a very quick moving energy. You've got 2 nights, and they are the fast moving nights. So as where the water element was sort of moving slower, they had a Knight of Pentacles. You've got the 2 fastest moving nights with the Chariot. Crazy. And that's what I was saying about fire. Fire likes to move, and in its movement, and sometimes its destruction, it purifies. Chariot, card of Cancer, and that's that, and now that I'm looking at it, oh, here's the Chariot, card of Cancer. And so we are in this Cancer new moon right now, and we're just finishing up Cancer season. So after a period of healing, like you really, really needed to heal, there was a great imbalance and an injustice that is being resolved. If you're, like I said, if you're in any kind of a legal battle, you are going to have victory, and it's going to happen fast. And this could have even been something around the 4th of July that was going on with you guys, that was happening with you guys. Even in a relationship, that there has been a favorable outcome for you, like a balancing. Card of Libra, so you could be dealing with a Libra, a Cancer. I've got Gemini here with the Knight of, oh, I flipped them, with the Knight of Swords. So this is like fast. There's a truth that wants to come in. There's an expression, like after a period of healing and of rest. This is, we go into the 4 of Swords when we're healing from a 3 of Swords and a 5 of Emotions. So it feels like somebody left, or there was a breakdown of a partnership in business, a divorce even, a separation, and it felt, it was cold, but it didn't last very long. I mean, this could have been last week or last month or even last year, but it's coming to a resolution. And the closing card, is another one, is the Knight of Inspiration, Knight of Wands, card of Sagittarius, where like your passion is really going to come back. So we've got the 4 of Voices, time of rest and healing, and then coming up underneath it is like you just getting your mojo back. Leo season, charging forward. There's so many horses here. It's crazy. There's an element of just like freedom, of total freedom again. Charging forward. Look at all of this movement. All of this movement. It's crazy. We've got air and fire here. Air and fire on both sides. Fire signs, you really are coming into your own. You really, really are coming into a whole new phase and a whole new journey. Like just letting go of the things that no longer served you. Letting go of this, like the iciness, the coldness of a relationship. It was unfair, like, the door closed. The door definitely closed. And you did the right thing. You went inward. You took the time. Like, this is self-care right here. This is self-love. This is like taking that beautiful cosmic bath, so to speak. Look at all those you know, the beautiful rose petals. And the focus is on like returning the perception, returning your perception to light again, because the energy of the Knight of Wands, or the Knight of Inspiration, is that Sag energy. It's up for anything. It wants adventure. It's passionate. It's freedom loving. It's independent. And there is this sense of like being on a mission. And I really think the mission is just getting your fire back. Like, it was cold and it was emotional. Someone disappointed you. Someone definitely disappointed you with the Justice card here, but recognizing that the shadow that you moved through was actually and ultimately there to serve your light. It really was there to serve your light. Like, cracked open. You've really been cracked open. I'm noticing all of the people, well, not the Five of Emotions, but these two women who are sort of healing, they have their eyes closed. Even the Chariot does too. So here, you know, you went inward. You really went inward, but something, and I think we're going to get some clarifiers. Something really happened though to shed light on a situation. Like, there was something that shed light on a situation for you, because I think you were just here kind of wondering what was happening, not fully knowing why you felt alone, and something shed light on it. Like, when the Justice card comes in, it's like a rebalancing, but in the physical. It's a harmony. It's where like things become fair again. And I do think that we're going to get a clarifier, so we're going to use the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. So let's clarify the Justice card. Why is the Justice card here? Why is the Justice card here? Please, angels, tell us why the Justice card is here for my dear Aries, Leo, Sag. Like, a wrong has been made right, but I feel like it's been made right from within you. From within you. Heal. Wow, that's amazing. It was, this is the Devil card. But here you can see he's broken the chains. He's broken the chains. He set himself free. And that's why I was saying I feel like this was something that happened internally. You had to rebalance things. This was a toxic energy that was around you, fire sign. So for those of you who don't have strong fire placements and are watching this just as kind of like an inspiration, this is really speaking to our own fears and doubts, the things that hold us back. Wow, you broke the chains, and there's a new light in your heart. Look, hands wide open, ready to receive the light again. That's why I was saying this is like you cracked open to the light. There was a light shed on this situation. And whether it was just you just getting sick and tired of it, sick and tired of being stuck, because the Devil is a very stuck energy. Yeah, bottom of the deck is Three of Pentacles, like co-creation, like cooperation, working together, doing the work in the physical, like having support in the physical, building something. And there wasn't any of that. There was just the sense of lack that you were like trying to make something happen on your own. 11, you know, it's a card of partnership. This could be like a twin flame situation or a soulmate. Number 11, you know, signifying, well, first and foremost, Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron wanting to come in to clear the path for you, but that this was definitely around like a toxic partnership. Could have even just been the relationship that you're having to yourself. let's get a card for the Five of Cups or Five of Emotions to clarify. If you are still in this, just breathe. This came out for water signs, just breathe. And it's literally a repeat. So now you've got 4 swords. Healing. It's just the healing. It's like where you're laying the swords down. You're just laying them down. You're quieting the mind. You're healing the mind from what's happened. You know, a heartbreak, but it's where it's like it's been replayed in the mind. Wow, that came out under the Five of Emotions. Five of Cups. I think it's so weird. I think I was mistaking this for a Five of Pentacles, but it's really a Five of Emotions. So this is grieving a loss. Yeah. So like crying over spilled milk. This was a loss. It was a breakup. It was an end of a partnership. It was even losing someone. It could have even been losing someone. Wow, that's amazing. Shine. The sun coming out. You know that, like I said, the dark is there to serve the light. So this was like a somewhat of a dark night of the soul for you fire signs. A dark night of the soul. And the Two of Cups coming in. It was about a partnership. This was about partnership. So let's see what comes in with this Knight of Voices now, because this could be someone trying to come back with some kind of a new truth, wanting to speak the truth. That Gemini energy, it's super fast moving. You know, it's like, it can almost be like aggressive. Nope, moving on, walking away. So this is like, you left the situation. You really did. You found your new truth and you just left it. You're moving towards the light. You're moving on to better things, brighter future, leaving the past behind. At the bottom of the deck for the Muse was the Four of Inspiration or the Four of Wands. So like, this is like the underlying energy, the sort of like energy that is in the subconscious, that's like kind of there. That's like the undercurrent. And this is about the stability. It's about union, and it's about commitment and laying the foundations, strong foundations, and celebrating how far we've come. And you really felt like there was no foundation building with this person or this situation. So you are moving on. Like the Chariot is where you've got your head and your heart on board. You're divinely guided. You have divine wisdom. I always think of it as the Magician on the Chariot. Some people say it's the Emperor, but I feel like it's the Magician. Like you see this charge of horses. This is like your charge of passion, inspiration, the action that you're going to take out in the world. And you are directing all of this energy. This is a great energy to be directing. Like it's a big energy and you can handle it. You've grieved a massive loss and it's ultimately led you on a healing journey and a journey of self-love. Like a journey of self-love where you're able to like see things from a totally new perspective. Like the vision, you know, the light here, you see that light? And it's the same thing even with this Justice. I don't necessarily think that you got like an external justice from this situation. I think that it was just so much to bear that it was like to be done with it. It wasn't filling your cup. It wasn't equal, but it was a soul lesson. You know, it was a soul lesson and it had its own blessings. So I don't see you walking away, you know, it did kind of happen quickly though, with the Knight of Swords, you know, but your head and your heart were on board with it. Your head and your heart were on board and you're just moving on. And that's Cancer season. So not sure if, you know, this has already happened, but let's get a card to clarify the Chariot. Why is the Chariot there? Confront. So I really think that you made the effort, I really do think that you made the effort, and you looked at the shadow, and perhaps you saw your own reflection. Perhaps you saw your own reflection there, you know, your own shadow. This is about confronting our own shadow. And I think that that's how you were able to heal from this, was seeing where you were responsible. There's like a sense of personal responsibility that I'm seeing here, like taking responsibility for your own happiness, really. Taking responsibility for your own happiness, knowing that the love is all around you, and knowing that if you leave behind toxic situations, then you're going to have more of this, and it's going to bring you to this. And maybe you are here now, Aries, Leo, Sag, feeling the magic around you, feeling the blessings, feeling the good luck, you know, just because you walked away from the toxicity. Let's get a card for this Knight of Inspiration, or this Knight of Wands. What is this Knight of Wands' message for Aries, Leo, Sag? What does the Knight of Wands want the fire signs to know? Here's that reach out. It's so beautiful. This, you know, this Three of Pentacles, it is a relationship card. On my Instagram, you know, I'm part of this like tarot community, and we talk about the cards, and everyone sort of like lends their own wisdom and guidance around the cards. And one of the readers was talking about this as really being an important relationship card. And I see it as like a leverage card. So if you're dealing with partnerships in business, this is like the collaborations with other people, and the way that you can kind of like leverage yourself to kind of advance, whether it's in your career, in your vocation, if you're in school, like that kind of thing. It's like leveling up, and it's the building, but it's building together, and it's building in a way that is authentic and genuine, and where everyone is kind of like putting in a dedicated effort. But this person was also speaking about relationships, and that this card really being about relationships, because it's where there is co-creation. You know, the threes are about manifesting. So I'm seeing this as you are just out there like manifesting. You're manifesting the right people. You're going to be manifesting the right partnerships, the right relationships, with vigor, like with enthusiasm, with great enthusiasm, with purity, you know, with a pure spirit, in a place where you are going to be like lit up, on fire, in your element. We're ending with your element. This is your element. This is the only wands that came out, except for the bottom of the deck. Like for you, Aries, Leo, Sag, it is about this foundation and union. So for relationships, this really could be about like you pursuing your dreams, your desires, your deepest desires of like, you know, not settling for breadcrumbs, not taking the breadcrumbs anymore, no more toxicity, no more lies, no more deception, no more codependency for you. You have a new truth. You really do. You have a new truth. Gemini, you know, that's your opposite sign if you're a Sag. And right now we have, this is so interesting, because right now we have the North Node and the South Node of the Moon in Gemini and Sagittarius. So our North Node is in Gemini and our South Node is in Sag. Here's the card of Gemini and Sag. And there's the Moon. And that could even, you know, kind of be seen as like a sun in a way. The fire, of the sun, and in Leo season. North Node, South Node, destiny versus where we've been. The axis of Gemini and Sag. You're on a mission. You've got 2 knights surrounding the chariot. There's a mission here, and your mission is just joy and love. Not settling for less than what you know you're worth. There is a sense of knowing your worth here. If you haven't moved on from this energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, you know, and you're in this energy of the devil right now, you know, just waiting for it to work itself out. I'm not sure that it's going to, you know, I'm not sure that it's going to. I think that ultimately it's going to require you to move on. Okay, to move on. That being said, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. And even more so, you know, that you are your own best intuit guide, you're your own best teacher, you're your own best healer, and so never ever give up your power to a reading or a reader. You know, use your own highest intuition to guide you. And the message is not the message, it's your reaction to the message that is the message. So if you're sitting here watching like, I don't know what you're talking about, you know, my partner and I are having some problems, or my business partner and I might be having some problems, or a family member or a friend, but we're working on it, then great. You know, then that's the message for you, is your reaction to the message. Okay, so we're at 36 minutes, and my goal was to keep this to 40, and I'm so proud of myself. So I think we're going to use the Angels and Ancestors Oracle card just to get you an energy, an angel or an ancestor, or you know, just one of those energies to close out the reading. See what wants to come through. For Aries, Leo, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, and from the element of fire. So the element of fire, what message do you have for the collective? July 20th through July 31st in this year of 2020. I'm also seeing this as the 2020 vision. 2020 vision. Interesting, right? Okay, one more time. Message for and from the element of fire. Wow. You are the oracle, fire sign. You are the oracle. That's what I was just saying. You know, if some of this is resonating and not all of it is, or you're getting a very specific hit right now while you're watching this, a very specific feeling about one aspect of this or the person that you're thinking of while you're watching this, you are the seer. So also, the bigger message is to see beyond the current situation. To see beyond the current situation, to see the bigger picture. That's the energy of Sagittarius. It sees the bigger picture. Okay? I mean, you really are, like, you have vision right now. 2020 vision. What was I just saying? This is like your vision coming on. This healing process, if you're in this right now, it's going to bring you higher level vision than maybe you've ever had before. Your gifts are coming online. You're being activated. That's why I was saying the darkness is there to serve the light. And here it is, ultimately serving the light. Eyes covered. This is an internal seeing. Wow, Aries, Leo, Sag, wow. It's also a feeling. She's feeling. Her sight is through all of her senses and her extrasensory gifts as well. This is you guys, the seer. I'm just going to leave you with that. I think it's really beautiful. Well, okay. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I wish you an amazing rest of July. I will see you real soon for your individual readings. You know, I could just do something special here, and I could pull just one message. How about one message for Aries, one message for Leo, and one message for Sag? And I'm going to use the Dr. Emoto Water Crystal Oracle. They're really simple, okay? They just have one message and then a water crystal on them. So again, this is based on the work of Dr. Isaru Emoto. And we're just going to do a card for Aries, a card for Leo, and a card for Sag, and kind of like a water crystal activation. And since when I'm making this, we're in the Cancer new moon, and we're still at the very last degrees of Cancer season. So just honoring the element of water, which I know can put out fire, but you know, it's okay. We can get down with water, fire signs, right? And maybe you have some water placements. So let's see what the element of water has to say to the element of fire. Aries, Leo, Sag, one card for each, please. Okay. So Aries, your lungs, healing and gratitude. Okay, so this is part of the healing cards. So Aries, something around the lungs, needing to do some breath work. If any of you have had COVID, I didn't even want to say that word, but it's okay. Then, you know, it is about healing the lungs. Take extra good care of your lungs. The lungs are attached to grief. So with this 5 of Cups coming in, this is a card of grief, that there could have really been some grief. Work on your lungs. Give your lungs a lot of air. The element of water wants you to breathe. It's interesting. You're a fire sign, Aries, and the element of water wants you to connect with air. So just, you know, take extra good care of your lungs. This could even be about the mask situation. If Aries, if you're being forced to wear a mask, you know, like for many, many hours, it's just saying like use, fortify your lungs. So take your zinc, you know, make sure that you're taking zinc to boost your immune system. And if you need to do some kind of a lung cleanse, or something to support the lungs, mullein leaf I know is really good at supporting the lungs, and maybe just look into some herbs for the lungs. If this again doesn't apply to you, then maybe this is a message for someone that you love. And it also is about gratitude. So when we're speaking about like coming out of this energy of the 5 of Cups, right? Because, you know, of a 2 of Cups energy, coming into gratitude, you know, gratitude for what you do have. Oh, that's so funny that Just Breathe was there. Just Breathe was under that grief card. So really taking the time to emotionally, you know, for your emotional health, to be in gratitude for the blessings that you have right now, or the blessings that are coming. Like, say thank you for the blessings that are on their way, because they're coming, Aries. Or maybe they already have come. So long, breathe. Okay, Leo. Another one about gratitude, affection and gratitude. Well, Leo, you are a very affectionate sign. You know, it's that, it's that lion energy, you know, that is like that beast, but it's like, you just want to curl up next to that big lion and rub on him, and, you know, and cuddle with him. Isn't that so interesting? And you are a very affectionate sign, Leo. So this is, you know, going into your season, just getting into your element, Again, that gratitude, the love is all around, you know, bringing in these situations that just feels like the universe just brought them to you. That lucky energy. Affection and gratitude. Oh, so Aries, here is your beautiful water crystal. And Leo, yours. Take a moment just to let that activate you. Activate your heart center. And Aries, take a deep breath, guys. And just feel the love and the activation from this beautiful water crystal. Okay, and finally, my dear Saggies. Okay, Earth and Earth, Sag. Ground yourself. Sagittarius, you are probably receiving massive downloads right now of information. Make sure you are anchoring that. Make sure that you're grounded and staying grounded. Saggy, you could be in a very high vibe right now, or if you're kind of out of your Sag element and you're not quite here yet, getting into the earth, getting your feet in the earth, getting out into nature, whatever that looks like for you, Sag. Earth yourself, get grounded. Feel the strength of the earth supporting you, Sag. You know, you are such an optimistic sign. You are, you know, everybody's cheerleader, but a lot of times you're the hardest on yourself. So let the earth support you. Sag, if you are feeling, if Cancer season was hard for you, again, with this grief, if you get out into the earth, onto the land, whether that's like camping, hiking, you know, Saggies, you tend to be very active and athletic. If you need to release some of this grief, Sag, Mama Earth can handle it. You know, get out there and ask her to transmute it for you and bring it back to love. Let her take it. Feel it like just moving through you. Let it move through the soles of your feet and through the earth, and let her transmute it, and just ask her to do that for you. Earth is here to support you, Sag. The earth is here to support you. Have an adventure. Maybe you need to go have a camping adventure, or garden. Maybe, you know, Saggy, if you're someone who enjoys gardening. If you're someone who does the horseback riding, even that. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Sag. Beautiful. So let's look at these three together. So we have Aries, Leo, and Sag. This is your message from the element of water. Beautiful. And look at Leo, all big and unique and beautiful right there in the middle, looking like a diamond. Leo, you're so funny. Oh, Leo, I love you guys. Okay, so that is going to do it for this reading. I hope that you all enjoyed, and I will be talking to you all soon. Okay, have a blessed rest of the month, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.